Hello, brothers and sisters. I just had the most amazing divine appointment that the Lord is allowing me to share with you. It goes hand in hand with the video that I just posted about the music festival. All right, here you go. They actually worship Lucifer.
That's crazy. So yeah, I don't get deep into that kind of stuff. Like for me, the reason why I love science is because it's not about humans. It's not about having superior humans. It's about the universe. It's about actual studies. It's about, yes, there's always going to be those defaults of people being lying about whatever, but...
Hey, did you know that there was scientists studying CRISPR and editing the genes of humans?
Oh, yeah.
And they had to basically unravel the entire genome of a human, right?
Yeah.
So as they were doing that, they found a strange string of structures, and it was in a 22-letter binary, and the 22-letter binary was actually Aramaic. And then they actually found a code of Aramaic inside of DNA, plants, animals, humans, and it actually said, "Hi, this is Yahweh, the Creator. Please, you've found the secret of creation. Now share it peacefully with the world."
Wow.
Yeah.
I never read that.
So if there was no intelligent design, you know, if somebody wrote a simple message, SOS in the sand, you know that there is an intelligence, right?
Yeah, of course.
If there was that message inside our DNA, then you'd know that there is a creator.
Yeah.
I personally have experienced a lot of things, like I was making music with my friend in a garage, and all of a sudden, even though the speakers were still moving, they were full blast, everything became quiet. We heard human footsteps on the ceiling upside down going creak, creak, creak.
No
My
way.
friend was looking up, and I looked around and walked around my head, right? And I'm like, what's with me? And all of a sudden, the computer shut off, the lights flickered, a broom flew off the wall.
All these multi-bajillion-dollar churches that makes
Right.
driving Bentleys, and we have all these homeless people. Like, it's like, how are you this brainwashed
Right.
to go pay this mega church guy? You know, no matter
So,
what. Like, I just,
you know, like, the reality is reality. There's no, the truth is the truth.
yeah.
And, if you get down to the bottom of the barrel and you find out what it is, then you're all right, cool. I personally was an atheist, right?
Yeah.
And I decided to read the Bible to disprove it. Well, I started reading it, and it started with Jesus' story, and I'm like, all right, cool. And that night I have a dream of him picking me up as a kid and shaking the demons out of me.
That's crazy.
I wake up the next day, I go to read the Bible, and most of the words I couldn't even see them beforehand. And it didn't start with this story, it started with creation. I'm like, what the heck? So I thought, maybe there's something more to this. So I read it cover to cover. That night, I got a dream of a girl in a hospital robe, and I was told, OHSU, you know what that is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was shown a birthmark on a shoulder. So I go driving that night, and I get a girl in my cab. The first girl looks exactly like the girl in my dreams.
No way, bro.
Yeah, and so I'm going, and all of a sudden she says, I'm afraid of other drivers because I was life-flighted at OHSU after gang members drove me off the road. And I'm like, what? And I said, okay, this is kind of weird, but I think I had a dream about you. Do you have a birthmark on your shoulder? She's like, yeah, how'd you know?
True story? Like,
Yeah, I actually caught it on my dash cam as proof. You want to see it real quick?
That's crazy, bro.
There's even more to that story. It gets even crazier, right? Here's my dash cam video that I try and show everyone who is willing. This might sound strange, but I've been getting back into the Bible and stuff, and last night I had a dream that I met a girl in a medical robe, and I talked to her, and I don't know, I've just been seeing these signs, and it might have been a sign about you. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was shown this birthmark on a shoulder or something, and I don't know.
That's weird because I have a weird red birthmark on this shoulder though, which it looks like I'd gone burned or something. But it wasn't.
Burn?
Huh?
Yeah. Is it kind of long shaped?
Yeah, but it's weird.
I actually went to tell my dad about it because I thought, this is crazy, you're not going to believe this. And so I go and tell my dad about it, and he said it was funny, the movie End of Days was playing with Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? And have you seen that movie?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So yeah, the girl with the mark, and the
yeah,
Antichrist, and the church is trying to kill her to keep it from happening. So I thought, well, this girl has a mark, and ask her, is there anything else you're not telling me? She said her best friend just passed away 8 days later after me being told to tell her everything is going to be okay. Like God was trying to console her before it happened. And she said that her mom was playing with Ouija when she was in the womb, and then her and her husband kept hearing 3 knocks on a window or a door. They'd open up and there'd be no one there. And then she sent me this nanny cam footage of her husband leaves out down the hallway, and there's a couple cribs right here.
This is the...
Yeah,
that's crazy. You're talking about death so much too. Before my best friend since we were kids just passed away this Saturday. He had an overdose on Saturday. But he died. I know he was dead. I mean, his heart stopped and his brain stopped functioning for a whole hour, and he passed away Saturday. But they hooked him up to machines.
Did he used to go to music festivals?
Yeah, he did. His name is Justin.
I just had a dream about music festivals last night.
Oh yeah, he loved music festivals. Dude.
Yeah,
I swear to God, bro.
A lot of drugs.
A lot of drugs.
Right.
A lot of drugs.
And he became like a zombie in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear to God. I mean,
I just had a dream about him last night.
He became this weird dude. This guy was every time you saw him, he was
looked
laughing.
Like
before the drugs took over completely, the funniest, sweetest, hugging you, kissing you, dancing, doing funny little crap all the time.
Right.
Then he's been dabbing on drugs for years, but then all of a sudden the last, I want to say, year, it got to the point where it was an extreme. That's him right here. So this was his personality, just the funny dancing.
Right.
And if you look, we were always at concerts and festivals. This is me and him.
Right.
And there's a little short video of I was at a concert, and this is him getting here.
Right.
He just danced. He was dancing with a girl.
Yeah. So you're not going to believe this, but I actually just made a YouTube video. I want to share with you my Rapture dreams. So on Heshvan 16, November 20th, I had a dream of going in to buy a house. And then I went to the bathroom, and there was one of those hot spa tubs, kind of form of triangle, and it was white, and at the very bottom it had that grippy texture for your feet so you wouldn't fall. And in the grooves, there seemed to be some kind of stain, and I asked the person selling the house, and she said that her friend had just been killed in the house, and she couldn't stand living there anymore, and so she needed to get out. And so she started cleaning up the blood from the bottom of the bathtub, and kind of like the cleaning crew didn't do a good enough job, and it just felt so sad that her friend had to start cleaning up her own friend's blood. I had another dream of holding a block of wood, one of those square blocks of wood, and it was just plain, and all of a sudden I held it up and I was like, Lord, please show the people a sign that you are the one that knows all. You are the one who controls. Show them a sign that you are working through me. And all of a sudden, the block just started to float and move. And, he was lifting it up and moving it to say, hey, I am working through this man. Just last night, Heshvan 22, November 26th, I had a dream of driving with some people to a music festival. As we drove, we saw this huge stadium, like a round red disc. It almost looked like a frisbee kind of set in the sand. And as we were driving, we saw the stage, and we parked, we came in, and I felt like I was trying to lead them to a certain place within that music festival. And as we were going, there were just zombies walking around and then a whole bunch of drug addicts trying to come at us in order to try and take things from us and ask us for more drugs. And so I went and I took them to the place where they needed to be, and all of a sudden there was a baby who needed a diaper changed, and so we changed their diaper, cleaned them up, and then that was it. That was my dream.
And who knows, maybe he did, because he was dead. He was hunched over at a crack house.
Yeah.
And maybe he did who knows? Maybe when you die, your body decomposes,
right.
and he was dead for a while. So I would not be surprised that his body started to decompose within that couple hours he was dead, just hanging out. What should you hear? Let me take a picture of your YouTube video or your YouTube.
Yeah,
channel.
I'll actually send you. What's your number? I'll send the link in another thing.
You can text me. You're not into like devil stuff though, right?
No,
like,
not at all.
More just like universe and like.
Isn't that amazing, brothers and sisters, how the Lord works through his people in order to bring people back to him like the good shepherd? All right, amen, God bless, and take care.